In 1989, the Phi Kappa Psi Foundation introduced the prestigious National Leadership Award. The award recognizes notable Phi Psis who have excelled professionally and had a significant impact on their communities and left an impression on Phi Kappa Psi. In a long line of exceptional men, one has left an indelible mark on the Phi Kappa Psi Foundation and the fraternity at large, as well as his local and global community. He is the embodiment of a servant leader and has been a source of inspiration to countless Phi Psis. We honor Fred Hegele, current trustee and past chairman of the foundation, for the impact he has had and continues to have on our brotherhood and the world.
When I think of folks that embody the Phi Psi creed, top of mind is Fred Hegele. From his time volunteering with the fraternity to his years of service as a trustee and as the foundation chairman, I can think of no other individual that has such care and compassion for those around him. Fred's been a staple volunteer for us for a number of years, and for that, I say thank you, Fred. You are most deserving of this award.
Fred is a model servant leader, and he shows that through his kindness and his generosity and his willingness to volunteer and spend time helping others. And he really embodies the spirit of the great joy of serving others, is what our fraternity stands for. And as the foundation leader, he has taken it to a new level. That he is a real leader in our local community. And despite being retired from his career, he has done a lot and continues to do a lot for the community and for our foundation.
He is really a model of humility, trying to build consensus and trying to move people in a common direction. And my experience with him really began as he helped initiate a child care center that would respond to needs in this community for low-income families that could not afford child care and needed work, needed to pursue their education, but the lack of quality child care was outside their reach. And so Fred became part of a team of people that took that need and made it reality. I've just seen how Fred has over and over again committed himself to causes that are greater than himself, because it's those causes that will be what's remembered.
After graduating from the Ohio State University in 1965, Brother Hegele began working at General Mills in the Quality Control Department, in what would become a storied career with one of America's most iconic brands. For all his professional success, Fred has been equally successful as a philanthropist, contributing mightily to the betterment of a number of causes. Throughout the years, he, along with his wife Sharon, have served on boards for local and global organizations.
It could be helping someone to provide a meal for their child, or it could be teaching a young girl in Africa a skill that she can be independent, she can stand alone someday.
He is such an incredible cheerleader and supporter of people who are doing hard things. Fred shows up when it matters. He knows how to do that and has a generosity of spirit to do that over and over and over again.
One of the strongest things is that how much he's selfless and how much he cares about other people. And his integrity is above a reproach, and he's a pillar, I would say that's the word.
He's always been a really lived by his principles kind of a guy, and I think that's really shined through with his experience with Phi Psi as a whole, specifically within the foundation, where he's always been somebody who, when he has a feeling about something or wants to get involved, he does, and in a very impactful way, and he goes all in. And so I know within the foundation he's been a really good force for having long-term perspective, and then also actually sticking around to make that long-term perspective come to real life. I think as a product of that on the larger scale, the institution's going to be impacted by him for a very long time. His mark will have been very much left.
To me, Fred's greatest attribute is his genuality. He's just a genuinely great man. And shortly after I moved here, Fred and Sharon invited my wife Darcy and I over to their home for a little welcome dinner with fellow alumni. And that will always stand out to me as really helpful to us as we were in a new city and meeting new people, but also something that I've always wanted to pay forward.
My parents together have always invested in children, and they invested in my brother and I when we were young, and I think they learned early on we can't do anything alone, and by investing in kids, they're investing in the future. The daycare that my parents helped start and the young women in Africa that they've both been a part of. And then the grand finale, I think, for my parents was having grandchildren. And I feel like all of their actions of their lifetime have led them to this. And all of their grandchildren are very well aware that Grandma and Grandpa will be there. And the examples that they've set in how we love the world and how we take care of the world and how we take care of each other came from that.
I have been so blessed by my relationship with you, Fred, and the way that you have helped me be a better person and a better leader. Thank you.
Fred, I love you, brother. You have done so much for so many people, and we are grateful that you have come into our lives.
Continue to inspire the best in us on every level.
Congratulations, Fred, on this prestigious honor. I can't think of anybody else that I personally know who deserves it more than you. I hope you get to celebrate well.
Thank you for everything you've done in the local community. Thank you for everything that you've done for Phi Psi. Thank you for everything you've done for me, my wife, my family, the others that are here today. And know that we will always carry the drive, the commitment, and the excellence.
Contributing mightily to the betterment of a number of causes. Few people personify the great joy of serving others quite like Fred Hegele.